so I am down the bottom of the garden again now, and I'm just going to show you how to plant some radishes. So in this little section here I have a few shard plants that are still going. I've let them grow over and hopefully they'll start again. In the spring they've survived the snow. What I've done is I have 2 sticks either side of where I'd sown these, and I've just put some string or wool and tied that in between them. And what this does is it helps me remember what I've planted where. And aside from that, it's a really good idea to get your hands on some big lollipop sticks. You can write what you've planted there so you don't forget. You will forget, it doesn't matter how much you think you won't, you really will forget, especially when you really get into it and suddenly you find you've planted about 10 different things and you're not quite sure where they all are anymore. So get yourself some lollipop sticks, write down what you've planted. The sticks and the string are really useful, not just to mark out where you've planted them so you don't stand on them, but also to help you plant them in a roughly straight line. So I'm going to plant some radish now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant it pretty much on top of this shard, because radish will just pretty much grow anywhere underneath existing plants. So even if these plants get really big, that's fine, the radish will just grow in and amongst it and around it, and then I can pick them off as and when needed. I'm going for these ones today. Rudolph radish, lovely red round radishes. Here are my radish seeds. There's not that many in this packet. I can easily get through these, but I won't do the whole packet because I want it to grow in stages. What you don't want is all your radishes to come up at the same time, because you won't be able to eat that much radish. So you want to stagger your growing period. So I'll plant some this week, I'll plant some in a couple of weeks time, and so on until I've expended all my seeds. So I've just agitated the ground around the shard. It doesn't have to be too deep. I'm going to sprinkle some radish around them, and then I'm going to just agitate the ground again to cover them up. Look at that. And hopefully I will have a bit of a mishmash of radishes growing all in here, and they'll be quite happy in the shade of those shard leaves. You don't want to put radish in full sun because that will encourage them to bolt, go to flower, and then you won't get the radish roots that you're after, you'll just get leaves and flowers instead. Got my lollipop stick here to remind me that I've planted some radish here. Stick that by this stick here next to the shard stick. Send it to the shard stick there. And then obviously the final thing you have to do is just to give it a good water. So the seeds aren't that deep, so you just want to give it a bit of a gentle water so that you don't dislodge all of the seeds. The ground isn't too dry anyway, so we're okay. There we go. That's it.